Alright, this is going to be my first video, maybe last, I don't know, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to be installing, oh my god, I'm going to be installing some Swift springs today on a 2003 Acura CL Type S 6-speed. None of that matters, but a 2003 CL. I got the springs right here. Those to you. For the fronts, I picked up the 14 kg 8-inch, and right now I've got Teincoilovers, 10 coilovers, Tein whatever, I don't know how you say it, but I got those on it right now with 12 kg on the front and 4 on the back, and I'm going to 14 and 5 to hopefully help out with my autocross events and just a better ride all over, because I got the Flex Z's on it right now, and it's a pretty good ride. It's a pretty good ride, but I've heard great things about these Swifts. So I'll show you the rear springs real quick. And like I said, these are the 5 kgs 9-inch on the back. So that's them right there. 70 millimeter for the teens. And yeah, we're going to hop in here and start taking this apart. Let's get it. Alright, so we just got the left front out. You can see I got the RL brake caliper upgrade with the 350Z track rotors. Got some adjustable, I don't know if you can see those, adjustable camber arms in there. They're okay. They needed modification to fit and work properly. But we've got the left front here ready to be taken apart. Go ahead and check these springs out, put them up side by side, make sure we're looking okay. And they look alright. We'll have to check the diameter, make sure that's still good, but we're looking good so far. And let's get this thing taken apart. And first, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and take some measurements of it to try and keep the same height. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I don't know if these are going to sag more. I don't know if they're going to like be stiffer. They should be stiffer, but I don't know how much they're going to compress when I drop the car down. So we're going to go ahead and get some measurements. That looks like 18 and 3/8 right there on that one, with about 7.5 spring length. So I'll get these taken apart and do a time lapse, and then we'll bring you back when I get it done. Okay, and I forgot to mention that while I'm in here, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the front brake lines. I got some Stoptech braided lines that I'm going to throw in. Go ahead and get that done, and I've got a bottle of Acura brake fluid. I like to go OEM. You know, I'm an OEM fanboy, so I like to do that with the fluids. But we're going to get the brake lines done while we're putting the coilover back in. Hopefully we won't ruin the paint on the calipers. We'll see. So yeah, we're going to get to that. I'm going to do another time lapse, and yeah, we'll get to it. Alright, so for the brake lines, you're going to need a fort. For this one, you're going to need a 12 for this guy, and then you're going to need a 10 for this guy right here, and you're gonna have to pop this clip out. So get the tin loose first, and then pop this this clip off, and then work your way down. Okay, so I definitely recommend wearing gloves when you do this, and try to work as quick as possible, because you can't pinch that hard line up top to keep the fluid from flowing out. But I'll show you what we got in here. Okay, so back in here, got that guy. I haven't put the clip in yet, but it's it should go in here pretty soon, like right after I get all this tightened down. Hopefully that's not leaking. I'm not sure. I'll have to wipe it down and make sure it's not leaking. But we got this guy, and then that new part, that new banjo fitting was actually a 12 when the old one was a 14. So if you do the Stoptechs, just make sure you got 10s and 12s. 10s and 12s, that's it. Nice and easy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the new spring on the coilover end. Go ahead and put it back in. Start with the top molds. Go. And up top it's going to be 3 15s and 2 13s. And make sure you wipe your hands off before you come up here and start messing around in the engine bay. You definitely don't want any brake fluid getting on any paint. So I'll go ahead and zip these on real quick. Now we just got to get this pushed down and get this out of the way. I'll bring you over here, show you what we got. So we need to push it down that far so we can get it into the shock fork. You can see it up in there, looks good. So let's get to that and I'll show you bolting it all back together. Alright, so we got it started. We got the, let me bring the light around here. We got the 14 millimeter pinch bolt here, and then we got a 17 millimeter bolt through into a 17 millimeter nut. You tighten those down, and then you can put your spindle back in your upper arm, and I believe that's also a 17 millimeter. But yeah. We'll get that all bolted in and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, so we got it all bolted in. Everything's tight. Got the 14 tightened down. We got the 17 tightened down. We got the cotter pin back in the spindle nut, the castle nut there. Make sure you use your cotter pins. The clip is back on there. Everything's tight, no leaks, looking good. Got the 12 mil back on the little bracket here. And yeah, I'm gonna set it down and make sure we're still at the same height. Hopefully we won't have to adjust too much, but if we do, it is what it is. I've got plenty of shock body here to adjust the height. Okay, I'll show you what you got to do back here in the back seat. I've already done it. The center console, there's 4 bolts there. There's 2 bolts in the bottom of the seat. They go through that guy right there. And you probably can't see this. Let's see. Let me turn that on. There's that. There's those 2, and then you've got your strut tower bolts on each side. There's 2 of them. and they are 14 millimeters. I'll hop up under here. I'll show you what all I had to take out. So there's the strut tower top where that goes into the interior, and then you've got this guy right here. It's a 17. You've got the sway bar end link here. That's a 14, and then you've got another 17 going through this bracket that goes like right there. So take all those out. Pull this. I leave this bolt in here so I can take the strut tower bolts out, or nuts out. Let's see if I can get you arranged properly here so you can see me take this out. Okay, so kind of put some pressure up, pull that bolt out, and then you should just be able to bring it down and move this guy out of the way and bring it it's always going to fight you here, so just be patient and just work it out slowly. Don't rip anything. I want to go ahead and take that free. And break it out of the way. Try not to hit your fender, especially if you got fresh paint. But there we go. It's out, and it wasn't too much of a pain. So we'll go ahead and take it over to the bench and get it apart. All right, so we got the coilovers on. The rear took some adjusting. It was really high initially, going with those same lengths that we had with the stock springs. Everything's looking pretty good. I'm still gonna have to drop the rear some more, just a little bit, not too much, but yeah, here, let me back up and I'll show y'all how it looks. So it's a little high in the back there, but we got the new springs on this side, and once I get the rear adjusted, I think I might leave the front the way it is and drop the rear just a little bit, but other than that, everything went good. The new brake line is on this side. I just got to do the other side and we'll be good to go. But yeah, I hope this was a decent, probably wasn't very informative because I didn't show a lot, but maybe on the other side, if you want, I can go more in depth of what is involved with that side, like go with the interior. I showed a little bit of that, but definitely could show more. And yeah, appreciate everybody, all me, because that's pretty much all that's gonna watch this video. But yeah, if you need any more tips or anything on these Acuras or Hondas, let me know and I'll do my best to show y'all. See y'all later.